Hello, so today I am reviewing Ruby Waters' new album called What's the Point? It was released on May 31st. I listened to it on about June 2nd, June 3rd. I was trying to listen to it on the day it released, but I couldn't get to it. So I first discovered Ruby Waters from the Netflix show Atypical. They had played her song that she featured on with Dylan Ponders called Jungle. They had played that part, and then I quickly went to Shazam to figure out what the song was. And then I added that song to my SoundCloud. It was really good. I like that song. That's one of my favorite songs that Ruby Waters has done. I don't know why, but I never looked up Ruby Waters after I heard that song until 2 years later when I re-listened to Jungle. But I did look up who Ruby Waters was, and then I listened to her entire discography, and now I'm a fan. I like every single song that she has ever dropped, so huge fan. When What's the Point, the album was dropped, I was actually counting down the days, and so I'm glad it's finally here that I got to listen to it. It didn't disappoint at all. Ruby, if you do for whatever reason happen to watch this video, I'm hoping that you're doing better, and just know that I appreciate your music and I'm a huge fan. I think all your music is really good. You have no skips, no misses, nothing like that. So here's to you. See what I did there? This album was really good. One of my favorites. So about that pun earlier, I will admit it did take me a while to figure out how to make one of your song titles into a pun. It was kind of difficult. Alright, I'm done. So the first song is 90 to 99.
Making my way on the 90, flying away to the 99.
90 to 99 is the first song on this album. Ruby released a few songs before she released the entire album in full, and those songs sound really different from 90 to 99. When I heard 90 to 99 compared to the 3 singles that were dropped, I was like, this is 9 day. I was kind of shocked how different the songs were. So that did throw me for a loop, and I think at first I was listening to 90 to 99 and I was kind of grading it harshly because of how different this song sounded compared to the other ones. But I do love 90 to 99's instrumental. It's soft and smooth. It makes you want to, sway, like I was doing earlier. The vocal effects at the end of the song, they sound really good and really nice with headphones. It does that thing where it goes in one ear and then goes to the other. I like that kind of effect, but it only works with headphones, so if you do listen to this song, use headphones. The thing about Ruby's voice is that she has a really raspiness to her voice, and that does add a really nice touch to a lot of her songs. I like how she sang this part in 90 to 99.
You're complicated. All the things that I left.
The high notes, I love the high notes on that one. The next song is Breathe. I like the chorus on this song. When I first heard this song, I never heard it before and I was listening to it, I just found myself singing along to it. It's a catchy song. I will say this album, it did start off nicely, but my personal favorites from this album are towards the middle and the end. I do love this instrumental on Breathe. It gives kind of summery vibes. My favorite lyric from this song is, I'm not holding my breath, I simply cannot breathe. So the first 2 songs, when I first heard them, I didn't really care for them too much. They're not my ultra favorites. There are other songs that I do love a lot more, but these are still decent songs. So the next song is Bucket. Bucket was, I think, the 3rd single she released. It's maybe the 2nd single, but here's Bucket. So Bucket was released. It was one of the 3, I think you would say, lead singles that she dropped, but it was released on March 14th. When I first heard it, I didn't really care for it, but after going back and really listening to it, I like it a lot more. As I said earlier, I heard this song after I heard Adult Swim, and we'll hear Adult Swim later, but those songs are kind of night and day, and so when I heard Bucket, I was a bit more harsher to it because it just sounded so different, and I really like Adult Swim. And so the contrast kind of made me be more harsher to the song. But when I re-listened to it on its own, I like it a lot better. I like it now. As I was going through this album and listening to it, I was like, is Ruby okay? Someone give her a hug. Because the lyrics are just kind of sad, you know. All the songs are pretty upbeat, but the lyrics are very sad. Whenever I do listen to albums, I like to listen to them and then pull up Genius and look at the lyrics simultaneously. And these songs are upbeat, so I was like, I was dancing, but then I was reading the lyrics and I was like, it was just very sad. You know, I was like, is she okay? You good? You know, because upbeat songs, they can really fool you. You gotta pay attention to the lyrics. For Bucket, I love the pre-chorus. That's probably my favorite part leading up to the actual chorus, but that's my favorite part of the song. I like that note, the held note right there. Next song is Adult Swim. I love this song. Adult Swim was the lead single on this album. The music video was actually released on April 14th. I love that music video. I just realized that she released all the 3 lead singles exactly a month apart. So April 14th, May 14th, so forth, so on. Adult Swim is my favorite song on this album. It's number 1. I actually had this song in another video I did. It was for my April edition of songs I'm currently obsessed with, where I just talk about songs that I really love and I keep listening to constantly throughout the month. And Adult Swim was on that one. So if you do want to watch that video, I'll link it below. Shameless plug. And I was looking at Ruby Waters' concerts on YouTube. Someone had uploaded her full concert she did on there, so I was watching it, and she did sing Adult Swim at the concert. This was like 2 years ago. So when I had watched the concert, I was trying to figure out what song that was because I never heard it before. So I went and searched it up, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And lo and behold, now we have it. So it's finally good to hear the song the release song now. Because I was like, oh, that's the song I was looking for. So it's good to have it. This was a really, really good song and a really good lead single. Like I said before, this song is probably my favorite Ruby songs ever. It's very unhinged, but I love it. It might be one of her most unhinged songs ever, and she does have quite a few of them. But Adult Swim is very catchy. I love the production as well. It's all amazing. My favorite part of the song is towards the end. I like how everything was blended together and the instrumental just was... When you have headphones, it sounds really good, but even without headphones, it's a good sounding song too. This is one of my favorite parts of the song. Growing Pains. So on this song, I was thinking when I was listening to it, I was like, she's going crazy with the vocals. I think, yeah, it's a really good song, vocal wise, and just overall. I love the vocals on this part. I like the held notes on that one. On one of the songs, there's a specific part of the song where there's an instrument playing. I was trying to figure out what the instrument was. It sounds like some alien noise, something you hear in Area 51. Anyone know what instrument that is? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't have too much to say about this song. It's not my favorite song. You'll see later when I'm ranking it, but yeah, it's not my favorite song. Now, I do feel a bit bad to say that these songs aren't my favorite, because I do love Ruby's music and all her songs, but I just don't like the slower songs. Although this isn't that slow of a song, I just don't really like it. Minus Adult Swim, the first half of the album isn't my favorite. It's on the lower end of Ruby Water songs as a whole, but I just didn't really care for the first half of the album. Next song is Sour Patch. Sour Patch was the third and final single Ruby released before the entire album was released. This is the part of the album where it picked up for me personally. My favorite songs are actually on the second half of this album. So this song was in my May edition of songs I'm currently obsessed with, link in the description. Before Ruby released the actual song, she teased the song a bit and she posted a little snippet of the song. And by the snippet I was like, this is good. This might sound like a really good song. And it is a really good song. Sour Patch is my fourth favorite song on this album. I love the vocal effects that were added to the beginning of the song. That was actually a little bit of the snippet that she dropped. I'll play you the little part that she had dropped where I was like, this song is going to be good. Sour Patch and Adult Swim are very different from Ruby's older music. It's a nice change, and I like all her songs, but I do like this. It does fit her voice well, too, in my personal opinion. She's changing her sound a little bit, and I don't mind because so far I love all the music. Like I said, not too many skips, not too many misses. This song, Sour Patch, it makes me want to get some Sour Patch Kids candy, and I don't even like that candy like that. Liquor Run. So I listened to this album, I think June 2nd, June 3rd. I know it was like at 2 a.m. or something, but when I first heard this song, the first few seconds, I was in my room like, and I listened to this song and I instantly added it to my playlist. I was like, this is really good. I'm not saying that Ruby wasn't bringing it before, but in this album, she's really showing her singing ability, and I was just blown away this entire album by the vocals, the singing, everything. It was all good. Now, Liquor Run is a very sad song when you actively listen to the song, and even if you read the lyrics too, like I did, I was reading it and listening to it, I was like, it's a sad song. You can really hear the emotions in Ruby's voice when she's singing, and this one's definitely a more personal song, and I can feel that in here. But sadness aside, this song is really good. As I mentioned, I listened to the first few seconds and I was like, it was really good. I was like, Ruby is not playing any games. I think this might be my second favorite song from this album. Might be tied for number one, but it's definitely my favorite Ruby song of all time. One of my favorite Ruby songs of all time. When I first listened to it, I immediately ran it back and I listened to it, I think, 3 times in a row before I went on to the next song. That's how good I thought the song was, and I think the song is good. I still listen to the song on the daily too. Next song is Numbers. That was me doing the controller thing. Numbers gives me kind of summery vibes. It's very upbeat, makes me want to dance. Especially the part I'm going to show you later. That's probably my favorite part of this song. I love the instrumentals and how she was singing the lyrics too. I love the drums in this song and the guitar solo at the end. The pre-chorus is my favorite part of the song. Love how she sings it. It's good. That part at all, that part, I won't sing it. I won't. Because I'll butcher it, but she sings it amazingly. I don't wanna know. But the last half of the song, Chef's Kiss, and I'm not saying the first half was trash. I'm just saying that the second half is my favorite half of this album. It really brought everything together, and I'll say if the album as an entirety was just the first half, I wouldn't have liked the album. But the second half of the album really is my favorite part and makes everything a whole lot better and complete and well-rounded. Take a drive.
I don't know, feeling again.
she's kind of rapping a little bit. When I first heard the song, I was like, okay, a little rap going on. Again with the vocals, left no crumbs. Especially this part. And the high notes, she did. I love the high notes. I love the layered backing vocals that were towards the end of the song. You know, I can't say enough about the production and the singing. It's all good. Okay, so the last song is Dropping Out. Dropping Out is the final song on the album. I was sad for the album to end, but it was really good, and Dropping Out is a good song to end the song. And Dropping Out is a good song to end the album off on. I will say at first I didn't really like Dropping Out, and then I just re-listened to the song just yesterday after several days, and I do like it now. I don't know why I didn't like it the first time, but I just didn't. But now I do. I like it now. That's what I mean. You have to give songs a few listens before you write it off completely. I love the pre-chorus of Dropping Out. It's my favorite part of the song. I also love the chorus. It sounds a bit dreamy. Something you hear in a dream. It's probably just me, but I think the chorus sounds like a theme song for a show that was in the 70s. So like a 70s show. It sounds like the Mary Tyler Moore theme song. You're gonna make it after all. That's what it sounds like to me. I do love Mary Tyler Moore, and I love that show. My faves. Okay, but back to Ruby. Dropping Out, I do like it, and as I said, it brings the album to a nice close. But that was What's the Point by Ruby Waters, the whole entire new album, and those are my thoughts. Okay, so overall, I rate the album 9 out of 10. I did say 9.5 out of 10. Let's just do 9.5 out of 10. I loved everything about the album, and I'm glad we have some new music from Ruby. Okay, so here are my final rankings for the entire album, 1 through 10. So number 1, I have Adult Swim. Number 2, I have Liquor Run. I think Adult Swim and Liquor Run might share number 1. So 1 and then 1. They're tied, I think. And 3, I have Numbers. 4, I have Sour Patch. 5, Dropping Out. Then Take a Drive at 6, Bucket at 7, Breathe at 9, and Breathe at 8. And 9 is 90 to 99. You see it. I'm messing it up, but you see what I mean. And 10, I have Growing Pains. I didn't really have much to say on that song, and so it's rated 10. But these are my ratings. Let me know what, if you're going to listen to the whole album, let me know what your rankings are and what you think is your favorite song. Or if you heard the little snippets, what you think your favorite song is based off of that. This album, I didn't want it to end. It was so good. Some of her best work is on this album. I listened to Liquor Run and Numbers to the ground. Like I said, I've been listening to both of those songs every single day since the album was released. Or since I listened to it, since I didn't listen to it on the 31st. But every single day I listen to those 2 songs. I do hope Ruby is doing better. Sounds like it's been a rough while for her for a little bit, based off the lyrics. And I think it was a very personal album to her. With that being said, 9.5 out of 10. I love this album very much, and this was What's the Point by Ruby Waters. I hope you all enjoyed these songs as much as I did, and you go listen to Ruby Waters' other song and this album, and if you don't mind, watch my other videos. See ya.